Hi, it's Jared Akers here from How to Be Happy Happiness for the Practical Mind at jaredakers.com. The topic comes up a lot. It's everything happens for a reason. But does it really? I mean, come on. Okay, I have some theories on this. For some reason, that saying over the last few years as I've grown spiritually is kind of stuck in my craw. And you hear people say it all the time and on TV or friends and family, and oh, everything happens for a reason. And it's, for a while I was thinking that, it's a cop-out because we really can't accept, well, it comes down to we're having a hard time with acceptance. So we just make up something that we think that something's happening so that we can learn something and blah, 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 blah. But, you shouldn't go up to someone who just, lost their a loved one and said, well, everything happens for a reason. You might get smacked in the nose for good reason. And I kind of have a different theory on this, and it's based kind of on the idea that if you believe in love and that God is love, then that's really all there is, and there is nothing else. And let me explain. So, I believe in an all-loving God, and I just have a hard time with the idea that our Creator or God is causing us severe emotional pain or any kind of pain in order to teach us a lesson. I just kind of refuse to believe that. And it's the whole punishment and reward thing is I mean, think about this. Would you do something horrible or cause some tragic event or severe pain to your own child in order to teach them a lesson, tough love or whatever it is? And I just have a hard time believing that, and I don't believe that. So I was watching a show recently. Wayne Dyer was on Soul Sunday. I think it's Super Soul Sunday or something like that on the O Network. And Oprah was interviewing Wayne over in Maui, and he always has such a great way of explaining things in a way that I can understand. And he's talking about your higher self, or the idea or the concept or the lie that we've been separated from God. And that is, think about the ocean. And this is him talking in this metaphor, that you take a cup and you dip it in the ocean and you take it out. So you have a cup full of water, right? But it's still the ocean in this cup. So you set it over on the table, and then it evaporates and it goes back into the atmosphere. And where does it end up? It ends up back in the ocean. And that, when you're in that cup, it's your ego. You're living separate from that which you are. You're still part of God. You're still divine. Your ego has you living separate. And so if you believe that and feel that and live true to that I am love, I am happiness, then really there is no other thing. There is no pain. There is no, punishment and those types of things. And the whole kind of premise of this was the idea that I was thinking about this, about everything happens for a reason, that I believe more so that it's up to me to give reason to what has happened. Because even when my father passed away suddenly, and my friend said, Jared, yeah, death is very tragic, but it can also be a very beautiful thing. And so I thought he was kind of crazy at the time, but I'd been through this journey for a while, and I knew that things don't happen to me, things happen around me. And, I'm not that important. I'm not the center of the universe. It evolves, and it's continually growing, and we're continually, we're not in the same body, and because our cells regenerate, I think, every 7 years. So I'm not in the same physical body as I was 7 years ago. But my soul, and this is something else that Wayne Dyer was talking about in his new book. I think it's Wishes Fulfilled or something like that. But, that our soul is eternal. And a lot of us accept that and believe that. And so, but getting back to the idea of seeing beauty even in tragic things, I was open to that, because I knew that even though I was kind of confused and sad, and there was a part of me missing, that my father just suddenly passed away, I knew that I was loved, and I knew that I don't know, I knew everything was going to be okay, and I was able to see beauty in some of the most unlikely of places in such a tragic time. And so, I think it's, it all wraps around, or it all comes back to, things happen around me and not to me. And I don't believe that God causes pain and punishment. It happens for a reason. You lost your leg so that you can do this. Well, I think, maybe that was part of the journey designed to you, but I don't think that maybe there was a being or a creator or God punished you so that you could learn something. I think there's obstacles or maybe things put in or challenges put in our life that are just part of nature, and that it's up to us to give meaning to them, learn from them, and grow from them. And one of the things that really changed my concept or my outlook on life more than anything was something that I heard Guy Finley say, that we're not here to win, we're here to learn, and we're constantly given chances to learn. And also getting back to the everything happens for a reason is, if that helps, I think that's fine, and that's certainly okay. And it comes back to having faith that everything's going to be okay, and that I'm going to make this into something positive. It's the victim versus the victor mentality, or the victor versus the victim mentality, that I'm going to let it take me to where I'm supposed to be and not just where I ended up. And that is certainly a choice, and it all begins with something that we decide. And so maybe that's some thoughts I had on the concept of everything happens for a reason. And I encourage you to stop by jaredakers.com. You can download my free ebook, How to Be Happy Now, Finding Happiness in Everyday Living, and you'll get free updates from me. So if you click on the link in the below this video, and that'll take you to actually a page where I've written some more about this topic. And if you're watching this on my site, I encourage you to leave a comment below. And once again, thank you. Be honest, be loved, and be happy.